This year's slogan with the Hero 9 Black is more everything, and those two words sum up this camera very well, as the Hero 9 Black has added tons of new features that we've never seen on a GoPro before. Hey guys, I'm Raymond Tiller, and today I'm going to be giving you my in-depth review of the GoPro Hero 9. So, what's new? Well, just about everything this camera has is brand new. Now, one thing I want to say right off the bat before I get into this review is that this camera proves that GoPro listens to its fans. Everything that people have been asking GoPro to put on their brand new cameras is found right here on this Hero 9. The Hero 9 is introducing things like a front-facing screen, 5K video, much improved battery life, and so much more. So, let's dive into this review. Starting off with the most obvious change, the Hero 9 Black has a front-facing LCD screen with real-time playback on video. This is a feature that we have seen some other action cameras adopt, and GoPro finally added one to their newest camera. Although this feature is not touchscreen, you are able to see recording time, battery life, SD card storage, and what specs you're filming in. At first, I was a little bit skeptical of this front-facing screen, but after using it for a little bit, it's a pretty awesome feature to have. Besides for the obvious benefits it has for vlogging, having the front-facing screen is an awesome addition to the camera, as you're able to frame your shots with ease, make sure your camera is recording, and even check the lighting when talking to the camera. Overall, the new front-facing screen on the Hero 9 is such a great tool to have when making videos. Now I feel like right now is a good time to pause the video. If you love GoPro cameras and you love adventure and filmmaking, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on awesome videos just like this one. Now the next new feature that this camera has is the ability to film video in 5K. Up until now, GoPros were only able to film in up to 4K at 60 frames per second, but the Hero 9 is introducing 5K video. 5K video. Wow. Although the front screen is not optional when recording in 5K, this feature is yet another great addition GoPro made. With the Hero 9, you are able to film in 5K at 30 frames per second, and you're able to capture some amazing footage with it. When in 5K, you can film in wide, linear, or super view mode, but what really sets this feature apart is it gives you the ability to zoom in on your shots and not have them be blurry. The pixels are so good when in 5K that you can crop your video almost as much as you want and still have a clear picture. Having the ability to film in 5K video is a big step for GoPro, although it doesn't stand out as much as you think it would with all of the new features this camera has. Now before I continue on all the new features the Hero 9 has, I want to compare it to its predecessor, the Hero 8 Black. The retail price of the Hero 9 is $449 here in the US, which is more expensive than the $399 price the Hero 8 had when it debuted last year. And I know what a lot of you out there are saying, is the Hero 9 worth the upgraded price? Comparing it to the Hero 8, the Hero 9 is actually larger in size, being a little bit taller, wider, and all around bulkier. But it's not like the increased size gets in the way of filming, as I still had no trouble fitting it onto my bike, chest, or anything in between. Side-by-side hypersmooth comparison is nothing major, but the Hero 9 still has an even better stabilization. I'll dive more into Hypersmooth 3.0 later in the video. Just comparing video quality, the Hero 9 surprisingly has a lot better color than the Hero 8, which is a major bonus. And lastly, battery size. The Hero 9's battery is around 40% larger than the Hero 8's, which does come with an increased battery life, which I'll dive into later in the video. Overall, when comparing the Hero 9 to the Hero 8, the Hero 9 Black outperforms this camera in just about every way. So is it worth upgrading from the Hero 8 to the Hero 9? I would say so. The Hero 9 delivers on all of its new features and is worth the price. Going back into the new features on the Hero 9, let's talk about everyone's favorite, battery life. The GoPro Hero 9 has a bigger battery than previous GoPros, and with that comes an increase in battery life by 30%. And after using it all day long, I can confirm that the battery life is a lot better. After filming with this camera for a couple of hours, I never once had to worry about battery life or recharging it. One thing I wanted to go over real quick is the audio on the Hero 9. Here's the audio on the Hero 8 Black. And here's the audio on the Hero 9 Black. Although it's not too much of an enhancement from the Hero 8, it's still very good audio. Something that I loved is when I was able to dip my GoPro in water, take it out, and still get pretty good audio. Now, one thing I want to test out with the Hero 9 is how is the audio when I get the camera wet, bring it back out of the water, and talk to it. In the past, GoPro cameras have been pretty bad when the camera is wet and you try to talk to it. So, let's give this a go. How's my audio looking? Surprisingly, there's not that much water that stays on the camera. Now this next feature I'm going to talk about just proves how much GoPro listened to its fans when making the Hero 9, because they have brought back the removable lens. When the Hero 8 Black came out last year, it got rid of the removable lens feature that past GoPros had. This made a lot of people angry when they got the Hero 8, and GoPro fixed this problem by bringing back this feature. Now, probably the most used feature on GoPro cameras these days is hyper smooth stabilization, and the Hero 9 just made that even better. The Hero 7 debuted back in 2018 with hyper smooth stabilization, and ever since then GoPro has continued to improve this feature. As you can see in the video, the stabilization on the Hero 9 is out of this world. It doesn't matter if I'm running, biking, jumping, or just walking, the Hero 9 keeps the footage as stabilized as possible. Speaking of features that have been improved, the Hero 9 has improved Time Warp, upgrading it to Time Warp 3.0. Time Warp 3.0 auto adjusts to your speed and has its own hyper smooth feature built into it. This is an awesome addition to the feature, as now you don't have to worry about your time-lapse videos being shaky. Now the next thing I want to go over is the new casing in which the Hero 9 comes in. For the first time ever, GoPro has changed the case in which the camera comes in, as this year they went with a more eco-friendly option. There is still the outer casing design, but the Hero 9 now comes with its very own camera case. This is awesome, as when you get the camera, you also get a camera case to store it in, as well as use it for traveling. Taking into consideration everything I went over today about the Hero 9, let's talk about the rating I give this camera. The Hero 9 Black comes at a much higher price than previous GoPro cameras, but is it worth the price? After evaluating this camera today, my answer is yes. This is plain and simple the best action camera currently available to the public. What makes GoPro so good is its year after year enhancements on its cameras. And what I really liked about the Hero 9 was all of its new features are incredibly useful. So overall, I would rate this camera as the best GoPro currently out there. Of course, there are cheaper action camera options, but if you want to get the best one out there, I would suggest getting the Hero 9 Black. Are you planning on picking up a Hero 9 Black? If so, let me know in the comment section down below, because that is pretty much going to wrap up today's video. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash that like button, comment down below what you think, and most importantly, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on awesome videos just like this one. I'm Raymond Tiller, and I'll see you on the next video.